What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Cali Brick Clique. This is episode 9. The episode, 9, the number of completion. But we got SHYtime over here.
Yo.
Yay. And Claire. What? And just real quick, so everybody knows, and next week it's going to be on Claire's channel because we're doing the rotation.
We finally did it right.
Get it at the beginning.
Announcing in the beginning.
And we're going to have a special guest on that one. Yeah.
We're gonna have
I'll keep it a secret. You got
Oh no, we can say it. It's CC.
I mean, she already
There it
made
is.
it public.
Yeah.
Oh, she did?
Right? Yeah, she made it public already.
What?
So we're gonna have CC as our first guest.
First guest. Whoop, whoop.
Do we have?
But
Do you
yeah.
want to announce the topic right now, or you want to just wait?
Well, I mean, first, how have you guys been?
Tired. Just tired.
Good.
Working, man. I heard that.
I'm actually building
You
right
guys-
now.
Okay, I have all my stuff set right here because I've been sorting. So I figured it'd be a good backdrop.
It's probably
Oh,
good.
yeah, I see that.
It looks good. It's very
looks good.
artsy fartsy. I like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I'm building too. I haven't had time to really build this week, so looking forward to a little time now.
Oh yeah, you're about to have some time off, right?
Yeah, tomorrow's my last day, and then
What?
sabbatical. Woo! So exciting.
Nice. But yeah, just wanted to see how I've been staying busy too. Hands full with these kids. Actually, my daughter just got enrolled in like a little Lego coding class in her school.
Oh no way.
So your school's doing something with Lego. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's with the Mindstorms, so I guess she's gonna have to like build a robot.
Oh yeah, is she gonna
Yeah.
join one of those like leagues?
So
Are you gonna put her
cool.
in one of those things? Because they have like Mindstorm leagues. All right, hold on.
I don't
gotta open the door.
And do the
have to
robots
check it
like
out.
fight or something like that, or it's like a competition thing, like debate club, but instead.
I gotta look. We gotta get like more detail right now. We just picked up the kit today, so we've been looking at it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we're gonna see. I'm gonna break that down. But yeah, I thought it was really cool that they had like a Lego class or whatever.
Yeah, like is it like an after school thing, or is it
Well, since she's doing like at home,
Uh-huh.
what is it, distant learning or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Since she's
yeah.
doing that, it's kind of like, I guess, by herself. Honestly, I mean they have like a meeting like twice a week, so it's
So
probably
it's not one of the Mindstorm leagues or robot leagues. I know there's a bunch of those all over the country where they use. There's like different like Mindstorm or like robotics leagues using Lego.
I mean, it could be just like the beginning stages because she's still in like first grade or second grade.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's different levels. So
Yeah. So
definitely
this
take a
could
look at
be
it. It's pretty cool.
definitely see what's up with that. But as far as like the deep topic, we'll bring that up right now. We'll get heavy first and then lighten it up towards the end.
We're just
But-
bringing it all in.
Yeah,
Dive right
hit 'em
into
heavy.
it.
So the big thing going on in the Lego community, I finally kept up a little bit.
I mean, it's kind of hard not to keep up with this this past
This thing, yeah, it's
community
been
drama, I guess you would say.
It's been everywhere. A certain a fellow tuber, I'll say.
The homie. He was a homie.
Yeah.
He's a homie.
He decided to disassociate himself with the land. I'm saying, I just thought that was interesting because, and I want to talk about it. I see it everywhere. I don't want to talk about that mainly, but just the fact that, like, how beneficial is the land, honestly, because like I know they send you free sets and stuff just to review, but I don't think they force you to say good things about the set.
They don't. And I haven't heard that.
Yeah, I don't think it's that, but I think you are technically like a Lego employee at that point.
I don't think you are. I don't think you're actually a Lego employee because I don't think you actually sign anything. There's no contractual obligation. There's nothing like that. But I think it's like maybe there might be like moral obligations that people might feel to like review sets a certain way or be more positive.
Right.
I do think that people probably tend to want to be more positive in general on their channels just for likability and things like that. So maybe
Yeah.
there's that tie.
I mean,
But
it's very hard to find people to actually talk about Lego.
Yeah.
To actually break it down about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just think I feel like you're not really a Lego employee, but you do represent Lego at that point. You know, like
Yeah.
I feel in a way, not completely, like you're not rocking a Lego shirt, but you do, you know, you're tied in. So I feel that kind of that leads me to like the main topic, which is like online etiquette, because at that point they kind of watch you because you're online. You know, you're posting videos online for everyone to
Yeah,
see.
of course.
So
I mean, we're all promoting Lego in some facet, whether it's criticizing it or promoting it. It's still, you know, it's still promotion regardless, and we're sharing news. But do you think Lego would want your channel on the line? Looking
My
at what your
channel?
content right now, like, would you think, like, if you were to apply, do you think you would make it?
I
Regardless
don't
of your sub count, that's irrelevant.
I don't think so.
Why is that?
I don't know. For as far as my content, it's more like just like random
It's random.
modification stuff that I built, or
Yeah, but I like the way you like promote. Like, I like my favorite review you've done is the one with the charger, the Fast and
Right.
Furious one. I
mean,
mean, the way
yeah.
you did that was like very different, very different. And I think you should do
That's
more
true.
content like that. Like, honestly, because it's like you take a different take and you make the viewer see it in a totally different way, which is pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, okay, I feel that.
Little compliment right there, dude.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
But yeah, I
But-
don't think Lego would ever let me join that, regardless
see-
of my past.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like some of the content I place out there is kind of edgy, aside from the military stuff.
Okay.
If you were to erase that, like, I some of the things I've posted is kind of not for kids. Definitely not for kids.
Why? And you think all of LAN or people that are part of it is all it's just for kids, or is there anything like any tie to the AFOL community, or is it all kids?
See,
I
that's
feel
the
like-
thing, though. Like, if you want to look at Lego brand values, right? They have a specific Disney. Let's use Disney as a perfect example. Like, they want you to project yourself in a certain way, regardless if
Family
you're kids or
values.
not. Yeah, it doesn't really matter if you're for kids or not. So we have another friend, a really large YouTuber, who does that perfectly, and was still not, actually two, and was still not put into the land when they both applied. And what the reasons that were given is that he's not really attached, or how do you, I'm trying to word it the way he did it. He doesn't really put himself out there for the adult Lego community. So, like, the land wants you to be like promoting AFOL, like within the AFOL community, but they don't want you, but they want you to be rated G.
Got it.
Because
So that means
kind of like what I was saying, you're representing their brand,
Yeah,
Kinda.
which is kind of lame.
right?
like, are any of us rated G? Like, inherently,
Hell no.
yeah, like this podcast is not rated G.
Hell no.
We're
I don't
like,
even, no, I think we're rated. We're kind of like dabbling between like new age rated,
PG-13. Yeah,
yeah,
there you
like
go.
new age, because we can say shit fuck. But I mean, like,
But we don't go crazy with it.
we don't go crazy with it. I think that's like the one swear word we can say before it becomes rated R, right?
Yeah, you get one, I think. Yeah.
Get one. I think we get one. If we say it again, this becomes a rated R stream.
Unless you bury it in there or something.
Right. Damn, I can't believe I just said that right now. But see, that's the thing, though. I don't think Lego, like, my channel represents Lego core values.
See, that's kind of how I feel too. Like, I don't.
So I'm gonna try it just to see.
yeah, why not,
See
right?
what they say. I'll take down the Lego, my Lego family as my main logo. I'll change all that up. I'm not gonna change my video stuff, but I mean, like, I'm just curious, just to
see.
hear it from the, like, horse's mouth.
And what if they say yes? What if they're like,
They
yeah,
say
you know
yes, then oh snaps! I guess I'm giving away free Lego.
Because it's not. I feel like your content isn't really like. It's not nasty, you know what I'm saying? You still kind of edit stuff out. It's
Yeah,
just
I
real.
mean, I try to keep it PG-13. That's what I try to do.
Yeah.
That's the age when you start getting into heavy topics. Like, you're curious about not only yourself but others. Like, you start to think, oh crap, high school's around the corner, and then I got to figure it out in my life, and I got to become an adult. Hopefully that's what you're thinking. I mean, I know a lot of kids don't, but
I
like
wasn't.
that's
I was like, what do you? I never thought like that. I was like, I just want to get out of the house and I just want to get to college as fast as possible.
I don't.
Let's
I
get it
enjoy
done.
high school life.
No, I did too. I loved high school, but I just wanted to like, I don't know.
Once
I
you-
wanted that freedom.
I feel like once you get out of high school, you miss it. You're like, oh man.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah, for sure. The no responsibility life.
Mhm. Just have to wake up on time.
Yeah, no, for
Not
real.
even that. Yeah, it's just like
Oh, right.
I got so many tardies in high school.
And then,
Go ahead,
I-
go ahead, go ahead.
oh, go ahead. No, go ahead, because I was gonna change. Yeah.
No. I was just gonna say, like in high school, like I was so involved with like extracurricular activities, student body, and all that kind of stuff. I just used them as excuses to not go to class.
Got it.
Right, just to
That's hilarious.
socialize.
So they're like, I would have a coach sign off for this. I would have like another professor sign off for this, and then technically I'd just be sitting in the dance room all day.
How did you
Sure.
I
I,
still get my work done. I did really well, okay, in high school.
I
Regardless.
trust, but still, I'm jealous. Like I definitely did not. That's smart on your part.
I was a popular kid without trying to be popular. I was just involved in everything. That was pretty much it.
Interesting. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
was-
you know those kids that are just you just see their faces because they're always on stage.
Hey.
Yeah.
That was
Star.
me. It wasn't like I'm trying to be student body president. I wasn't. I was just
Mhm.
like, hey, yo,
Mhm,
what
mhm.
up?
Nice.
I know that
See,
guy.
I was more the I knew everyone, but I chose to just chill alone.
No, you're
Straight
one
up
of those.
inclusive. Yeah. I'm
You're one of those
inclusive, what
that
can
you
I
just
say?
don't mess with kids.
Oh crap! Actually, I guess so.
Yeah. I was an athlete, so like, which is great. But I also like love to organize things and like love to organize social events. And so like I was on prom committee, homecoming committee, blah 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 blah, 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 all that stuff. So
And see, it's interesting that we're talking about this because bringing it back to the main topic, which is online etiquette, which is a lot different because, like, with us, all that stuff was like in person.
Mhm.
So it's easy to like, I don't know how to say it. I guess like mind your manners when you're in person. You watch your tongue. You don't just blurt everything out. But online, I feel like there's not that limitation.
There's no filter for some people. I mean,
Right,
the thing
and-
that people, I mean, even though YouTube does do a good job with like holding comments in review,
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
people still can get their opinions across very inappropriately
Mhm.
without using specific words.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hurtful ones too. Hurtful
Yeah,
comments.
really hurtful. Yeah,
Really
really
hurtful
hurtful. And I think we've all experienced them.
And then it's like you're not in person, so you don't really feel it, and they just kind of roll over it, and then it doesn't really teach them, which I feel like that's where we come in as parents too, to kind of teach the kids. Like you can't really like say that to people because they're gonna feel like they'll feel like, how would you feel if you seen that? And then that kind of just ties into like the whole land thing. Like if they see you, say like if they just, what if it happens they randomly hop on a live stream and they're just like, oh man, we're supporting this person, like, and you're just,
I mean, I feel like they
wilding
have
out.
been. I feel like Big Brother's watching.
Exactly, because we're representing the brand, technically.
I mean, Alyssa, right? She's made herself like very known in
Okay.
live streams that she's been, she's a part of the community within, Lego, and so if she's watching, then Lego's watching for sure. Because as a former Lego employee, when I first saw her jump on a live stream, I'm like, oh my god, like that's already edgy enough for a Lego employee to jump into a
Yeah,
live
it is.
stream randomly without any like prep work, or
Or
maybe she
anything.
has, or maybe she didn't announce it or something within her own company just to make sure she doesn't say anything stupid or anything like that. But I've seen a few others that are hopping onto live streams and things like that. I mean, I knew that was a problem when I was a Lego employees. That's why I kind of held back a little bit, or actually a lot. But it's like they're watching. I feel like Lego's watching, and I think they're noting behaviors.
You should be watching. I think it would
and-
be naive of them if they didn't.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they're definitely judging who we are as people and how we relate to the brand. I doubt that they're ignoring it, and I don't think that helped our homie too. I don't think it helped it at all.
Exactly.
I think they were kind of just like tallying a bunch of things together, and then when an opportunity arises, chop and block.
Right?
No,
Wouldn't a
no,
company would say
more
he's a
than that.
liability?
Maybe I don't
Yeah.
know. I think it's more than that. I think I don't know. I think LAN, it seems like, is built to support smaller channels and the smaller community that is there. And I think they, as we've talked about before, Lego, it seems like they're kind of learning how to handle the online, the social media and kind of online community.
I mean, I feel like them supporting smaller channels is more of a recent thing. Because if you used to see who was on the land before this last round of people coming in, they're all large YouTubers.
Well, maybe they're rebranding themselves. Maybe they're trying to change like what it is, because
Actually, I take that back. There was one that's not. He's actually pretty small, but I mean, he also has something different to add to a specific region of the world. So that's
right. But aren't like lugs and stuff in LAN as well?
Yeah, I mean, the YouTube portion of LAN is not very many. There are other, like, there's a lot of blogs. There's
So what is Lego's point in having lugs in LAN? What is the drive there? What is their?
It's a fan community. That's pretty much what it is.
What is community?
The entire Lego fan community. Lugs have a good portion of that because it's a physical. It's like a
people meeting in person.
Yeah, it's an actual OG way of communicating with other Lego fans. So I think that's very retro in comparison to now, where everything's kind of digital. It's kind of moving to that space. And I think they're finally starting to realize that, especially with COVID going on, like, there's a huge online presence with Lego. It's definitely not the biggest on the platform, but it's definitely there, and we're definitely influencers in some facet.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I don't think there's any detriment to our friend not being in LAN. I don't think.
Wait, are you talking about with him or with him not being in it?
The lab with him.
I feel like it's not going to change.
No. I think if anything, it's gonna give some freedoms that he didn't even know he might have subconsciously not had.
I think it benefits him not to be in it, regardless.
Wasn't he in there for only like a year or something?
Year and a half. About a year and a half.
I don't know. Like, I don't think I would ever join.
See, that's kind of another thing. Like, he was in it for like a year and a half, and I don't see like a significant change in the content.
When I think it was just like access to stuff earlier.
Yeah, that of course, that's always going to be beneficial. Yeah.
Right. But like, I think, I'm a minority as a female in the Lego community. I think my content is new. It's like, it's like there's only a few videos. So like, there's not that much, beef to like, or meat to reference. But I can't imagine a universe where I would apply.
So, you said you're gonna apply?
I'm gonna do it just as thing. I'm just curious what they think of my channel. That's pretty much it.
Right, you're gonna go through like a review, right?
Yeah, because they're gonna tell you, they're gonna write you a letter of something, and I already know some of the big YouTubers and friends of ours who, aside from the one that we were talking about, who have been rejected by LAN. It's very surprising that they've been rejected by LAN, and it's like, these guys have a huge audience, and they project the core values of what Lego is about, and like to call them out for having Lego minifigure as your logo is complete BS, because there are people on LAN that have that's their reasoning, is that they're using copyright infringement of a Lego minifigure as their branding, which is hardcore. Like, that seems very
It seems like
petty.
a weird
Suspect.
Yeah. So, but when you have other people who are in the LAN that use a minifigure everywhere, so it's like, I'm curious. Like, I'm gonna take, like, if I do, I'm removing the Lego minifigure as my main logo. I'm just gonna bring back the Kevin Hinkle drawing. I mean, they're both Kevin Hinkle drawings, but I mean, like, the biker meme. Yeah.
The one that's on Cali Brick Clique.
Yeah, the one on Cali Brick Clique. I'm using that as a main logo, and I'm curious to see what they think of my channel. Whether I am too edgy for what they believe in, or is it strictly because of the military stuff? Like, I'm really curious whether those two are, because the thing is, I also bring something very different that a lot of people in that land is that there is a huge veteran community who come to Lego for a very specific reason that I feel like Lego has ignored this whole time because we're affiliated with that, and they want to ignore that portion of the community. So either way, it's gonna come with a great video.
Say you do get in though, and what if they tell you like, yo, we're gonna send you stuff.
Once they tell me to change the way I am, I'm done. I won't do that.
You're gonna be like, nah, no.
Myself for that.
Don't you think there's any kind of like subconscious like influence that you don't even realize, even though there's no direct like you need to do X, Y, and Z? Don't you think when you're inherently receiving something for free, you want to maintain a healthy relationship? You will take responsibility for the role that you're in now. Don't you? Do you think there's any chance of that happening?
I mean, it's a possibility. I'm not going to put that past me. I mean, I won't know until that time arises. I mean, like our friend BFAB, like he straight up said he was going to bend over. So I mean, like, if he gets into and that's our BFAB intro for the episode. But I don't really know if I'm going to change the way. I don't see it as something I would do. It's very my integrity is very important in my life, and that's the reason why I kind of freaked out when I was accused about different things within this community. So like, I don't foresee myself doing whatever they tell me to do, or seeing myself doing whatever I think they want me to say on in a video with their product. But then again, like even if let's say I was even in the land, I wouldn't even know what type of products to request during my allotment, or like what they would actually send me, like, because you know what I mean, because a lot of the YouTubers have a specific niche that they like to play with.
Maybe city stuff.
Yeah, maybe
city stuff. Yeah,
but that the modular would only come out once a year,
right?
And then I mean, I guess I can focus a lot on the creator expert, like adult part, I guess.
Start making mocks
as a more focused adult type of content, which is what I'm going to be projecting anyways. But I'm really just curious because I mean, our friend is the one that told me to do it, the one that left. So he said he just try to see what happens. I'm like, okay. So
I mean, it wouldn't hurt anything. I don't see.
Yeah, why not. Like I said, I just want to see what they think of what I'm doing, whether that be very, very wrong or inappropriate. Just that way, I can just kind of gauge like how I'm viewed by a company, especially the one I care about, even though they've hurt me.
I think I would not want to know. Like, for some reason, there's something about the fact that like you have to apply and that they don't approach you. I don't know why. I don't like that at all. And it could be because like it's also like a semi-professional relationship. It seems like it doesn't seem like it's fun. And it doesn't seem established. Like it's a professional relationship without the benefits of one. It doesn't have an HR department. It doesn't have a contract that's protecting you and the company. It doesn't have clear lines that you fill in the dots. And it's not like an established system that you can navigate easily. And I think that worries me. And it's like, that's something that I don't want to tie myself to when it's like something I don't understand and there's no clarity to it. If that makes any sense.
No, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, I feel like other companies do make you sign something. That is true. Like, it's kind of weird that none of the land members sign anything, but I wouldn't really know. But based on what our friend said, like, I don't think there is, which is still kind of weird.
But what if he like looked over it? Because you click through a lot of stuff.
There's a possibility with that. Like you kind of you don't read the complete fine lines of, but then again, this is also a Lego learning thing that they're trying to figure out as well.
Yeah, and the fact that they're still trying to figure it out is also like kind of worrisome.
And like I think a lot of us are also forgetting that leaks in itself, it's very bad. Like it's not good at all. And I remember when I was working for Lego, like they really hammered us with a lot of video in class and meetings with like how to prevent leakers, how to hide your information, like catfishing, like a bunch of different ways to prevent information from going out into the world.
And is it because like, do they do that because like their proprietary information is so important to them, or is it because when leaks are released into it's like a detriment to the market? Like what is
there's a bunch of things. I mean, you have like one, you have an agreed release date based on your licensee, right? So like you have a contract obligation like that they don't want information to be out. Like let's use Grogu as a big example. Imagine if Baby Yoda was leaked before the end of the episode of Mandalorian, the first episode of Mandalorian. That would have been very detrimental to the outcome of that show.
Even though he
Shock
was
value, yeah, the shock value would have been horrible. I mean, but imagine if a Lego made a Baby Yoda at the time, and it was leaked.
And people would have been like, "What is
Yeah.
that?"
Like, what is that? Like, that would
Really
yeah,
fair.
that would be totally. Like, and now with Disney pretty much owning everything that
Yes.
Lego is kind of diving into, like that's a huge partner. That if Lego wants to be taken seriously by them, they gotta like literally crack that whip.
Yeah, they gotta
They
crack
can't be that company that kind of releases everything. I know they have to set a standard.
Mhm.
So if they want to continue to going forward to get those businesses with these licenses that a lot of these Lego fans want, then they're going to have to do that because leaks and rumors are I
I've
know
only
it's
seen.
part of the culture, but I mean, like, Lego's been very laxed.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like I've only seen leaks and stuff like very prevalent with Lego. Like most companies crack down on that. Like, nah, we got a date. We're gonna reveal that. But Lego,
Yeah, Lego's
you
been
can just look it up
very,
and
very lax with it. They do have somewhat of a whip on it in the past, and some of our friends have been affected by it through, Instagram strikes, YouTube strikes, whatever. But it's not to the extent of what we're seeing here, and I think like with our friend like completely doing that. I mean, what he did is what he did, regardless if you think it's right or wrong. It's a definitely eye opener for the company, and they are learning from that. So this definitely showed. I mean, to an extent, I think he proved something. Like he proved to Lego that YouTube in itself, us as Lego fans playing with Brick, are a
There's
huge
power.
influence, and there's power here, and I think they finally are starting to acknowledge that. So I guess you can say that our friend here he did some good.
What's like good morning?
definitely.
Good morning, Lego. YouTube is here, and it's it's been around for a long time, and a lot of other industries have been using it for a while, and now it's time to learn how to play the game. I do think that it's important to understand, though, that there is a difference between LAN and marketing, like Lego marketing. So, like for example, there are really big YouTubers out there, like huge ones that do receive product from Lego to promote and to like feature and stuff, but it's like purely based on the fact that these people have massive influences. It's not.
Oh yeah, there are other YouTubers outside of who we talk to, even bigger than the biggest one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just
received.
she got all the like
I'm sure Ryan's toy reviews and like those other
Star Wars Theory.
yeah.
I've
Star
seen
Wars
it.
Theory, they all get Lego as
Yeah.
well. So I think we also forget about those influencers as well who
Do you
get
think that's-
everything from Lego.
Do you think that's like a separate budget though?
I
Like
don't
LAN
really-
would be its own thing, and then
Its own market. I think that's marketing. I think that's very
oh
different.
yeah, just yeah.
Yeah.
What
Exactly.
did Kevin say? I'm trying to remember what he said.
I think it's different.
I think his came from something different, and then the marketing. They're both different. I think they're different. I don't remember. I mean, I would ask him, but I wouldn't now. I wouldn't ask him that question anymore.
He's
They also might have restructured. There's like that's not something
Yeah.
like it's stagnant, especially with social media and the fact that they're finally
Yeah.
capturing. I doubt it's the same.
Yeah, and Legos always changes the way they do things. We've definitely seen in the past decade. So I would have put it past him that since Kevin left, like there's definitely a lot has changed since
a
then.
lot, and I feel like they've got a lot of new like licenses with different companies.
Yeah, not only that, you have new heads, you have new relationships, you have new contracts. There's just a bunch like and this past year alone just proves it just changed everything. It literally just changed everything and how the world works. So a lot of companies have to adjust to that. Literally have to adjust to that. I mean, Apple's not even doing good right now. I'm surprised.
Man, I feel like Apple's been failing for a long time though.
They are still the company with the most amount of cash in the bank. I think they're doing fine.
They'll be fine.
I mean, yeah, they're
They'll be
doing
Right
fine, but
now,
I
they're
feel
not doing
like product wise,
Oh,
they've been like, I don't know. Before, like every time there's a new something or whatever they put out,
yeah.
there's like a substantial difference. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, they upgraded this or they added this. Now it's just like this is the new one. Buy it.
I feel like
Yeah.
people like kind of
I don't know.
give Apple a hard time on that because they they only want to see the physical difference between this iPhone and the other, but they forget the programming that's behind it.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't know though. I like probably had like I probably had 2 or 3 years between my last 2 iPhones, and it's like leaps and bounds better. Like the camera quality of these things, I think is still the best out there. I think it's really like just absolutely phenomenal.
The Galaxy's pretty good.
I know.
I mean, I'm vested in Apple. All of our products in my household are all Apple. Everything goes to the same cloud. Oh, probably shouldn't say that loud. But then like it's just easier to function with your tablets all linking together. Unless if I bring in something from Microsoft in here, it's just completely it throws it off like a wrench. But that's beside the point.
That's a tangent.
Yeah, that's a tangent on its own. But yeah, I think we should just what happened to our boy. Like he did what he did. I think it was good for the community because it recognized that we are something that Lego should be paying attention to. It also did show that we do have some problems that we need to fix. That Lego is completely flabbergasted that they need to put the brakes. I mean, there is a new, I think, heads in that department, I think. So they're definitely learning as well. Like, what the hell? How did this go this long?
Yeah, probably.
This point. And I feel like a lot of us here, we don't like change. So when Lego cracks the whip on something different, does something different, we all freak out. You saw with the roll plates. Now you're seeing it with rumor videos. Tomorrow it's going to be something different. And then we're all going to freak out and be pissed off again. So
we'll have a topic then.
Yeah.
That's true. That's how we stay in business over here at Cali Brick Clique. No, I have kind of a controversial opinion, and you guys let me know what you think. I
hate it already.
Like leaks. I don't like leaks. I don't want to see them. I have no interest in seeing them. I don't click on videos about them. I just have no interest. None at all.
That's interesting. Really? I feel kind of the same way. Like they don't, I don't go look for them whenever someone's like, oh, go look it up. I think about it, but I'm just like, it kind of just slips on mine. And whenever I see it, I'll see it. But
I mean, it kind of kills the buzz for the actual product because you're looking at something that's half-assed, blurry.
Yeah, blurry.
The story of what you're looking at.
Inaccurate.
It's that kind of killed it. That's like looking at, that's definitely, it's like watching a show that you're watching day to day, and then someone just kills it for you by saying something stupid.
Tells you the end.
Yeah. I don't like that part of it. I don't like that. I don't know. The quality definitely bothers me. You know what I mean? Like the images and stuff. And I would love for the first time, and I kind of try to go out of my way to see leaks like this or to not see leaks.
It's kind of hard here.
Yeah.
In this space. Well, hopefully it's going to be different, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. This is glass half full, but imagine if when you first saw images of a series or a line or a wave of something that you were super excited about. And then the first time you saw them, they were crisp, beautiful images, and that there was still significantly enough time for you to decide if you were going to buy them before they were actually released, because Lego does release official images before the release date. Mm-hmm. And then you could have that excitement. And the reason I'm thinking about this is that wouldn't change for me. That would only better the experience of seeing those things. And you could zoom in and you could, I don't know. I don't think this is a loss. And maybe I'm being insensitive to people who have based their channels and their content on leaks, but I don't find that interesting content. I don't find that skilled content to put together. I don't have the same amount of respect for that kind of content than I do to every other Lego channel and Lego content that there is out there.
I mean, you also got to look at that. I mean, to piggyback on that, think about all the people whose professions is to put out this product at a specific time. The amount of work that they put in, sleepless nights, getting things ready to be having something released, only for some kid to kind of blow it off.
Somebody spends 5 minutes editing something on their phone to post on the internet and to have tons of views. Get out. Maybe it's because I come from a really strict kind of rubric design like system. You know, you go to design school, like before you learn how to like do modern art, you have to learn how to do classic art. Before you learn how to like design modern buildings, you have to understand the rules of classic buildings, like Greek architecture, Roman architecture. You know what I mean? You have to, before you can break the rules, you have to know how to live within those rules. And like coming from that kind of experience and that kind of rigid schooling and graduate school and work where you do apprenticeship in your years and you move from like job captain to manager or whatever, you know what I mean? Like I thrive in those kinds of environments and I respect them. And there's like a reason for it. And I respect authority and I respect the people around me that are better skilled than me. And this is like a breaking of the rules that I don't think benefits anybody.
Right. And it definitely, like Shy was saying, there's people that work on that, like those photos, like there's graphic designers that work on that photo and then you just leak it out all blurry and they're just like, dang, I spent time
It's like someone's
for a great image to draw people in and you just like crapped on it. It's like the same with music. Like you could work so hard on a song and if it's online and someone leaks it, it's like you just totally ruined it.
You mess up that first impression.
Yeah, exactly.
So
But yeah, that's why I feel.
It's a lot of it's kind of sad because a lot of people don't see it that way and they don't care. You know what I mean?
Just want to be first.
Yeah,
these days.
just want to be out, get it first. It goes back to the whole like, you know, all these kids who just write whatever they think they want to say, and they don't really, you know, have things that they won't say to someone in real life. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because they're, you know, they're in this space of there's no etiquette. You know what I mean? We're grounding back to that nature, but
There's like no
social grace.
yeah, they feel like there's no reaction to their actions.
yeah.
So
Or
there's
consequence,
always
I guess would be
There's
a
no
better.
consequence.
There's
Yeah.
no
Consequence, there
consequence
we
to
go,
their
yeah,
action.
yeah.
I think that'll be a better.
Yeah, there's no social consequence. They aren't like turned into a pariah of sorts, which they would have in like another, you know, social environment. Like you
in
can't
person.
what?
Like if they were to do the same thing in person.
Yeah, in person. Like imagine, you know, just like a high school dynamic or like an adult, like a professional dynamic. You can't speak and behave in certain ways and like get away with that. You would be
Recommended.
ostracized from society.
Most even like at work, you know, some people say some stupid stuff at work and you just got to be like in your head like, dude, you're dumb.
If you say
But-
stupid stuff at work, you will get fired. You will get sued.
Yeah.
You just get with the picture. Like you can't just like
Yeah, sometimes you got to just choose your battles.
Yeah.
Walk away.
Or be tactful on how you communicate.
There you go, yeah. Exactly.
I think a lot of people don't know how to be tactful. I mean, there are ways to get your opinions across without
without being like
offending the
screw
world.
you.
Like you have to be very tactful about how you communicate your disagreements. The people that know how to do that succeed.
And
So
that's that proper
you
etiquette.
don't have to go with the flow every single time. If there's something that you disagree with, even though that your peers or your superiors may disagree with you, if you properly cater your words respectfully and
There
with
you go,
depth,
Definitely.
and you communicate it correctly, it will go 10 times further than you saying it how you think you should have said it the first time. So, and I feel like that quality and that attribute of people doesn't come out a lot, especially in this space, because you can just type whatever you want and forget the fact that people can't read your emotion behind your words. So they're going to take whatever you say on this platform at face value. Unless you're physically doing what we're doing right now, where you can hear my emotion, you can hear my tone in my voice. Whereas in a comment or like in, pretty much comments, like you can't do that. You're just ranting. It looks like you're ranting, but you could really just be serious or playing around without the LOL at the end.
Right, just
You know what
joking.
I mean? Like it's very important. That LOL is very important nowadays because if you don't put that on there, people think you're serious.
Like, oh,
I
this
mean,
guy,
or-
okay.
Yeah, but when you put like a haha or
But you can
element,
just put a haha at the end of anything, by the way. And then there are people that are malicious. There is intent behind the cruelty.
that's true.
Yeah. And I don't think those people should be ignored. They intentionally know what social etiquette is and social grace is, but for whatever reason, whatever unfortunate event or treatment or emotional trauma they've gone through, they decide that the internet is like their platform and their opportunity to like express whatever that they want.
I was gonna do a troll video,
You should.
and I was doing research. Well, there's a reason why I didn't, but I might still do it. But I'll tell you the reason why I haven't done it yet. But I was doing research to why people troll, and there's a lot of reasons, and there's like specific categories to why people troll and to how and the differences of what kind of trolling there are. But the reason why I didn't do it is because I don't want to attract trolls to me.
You will attract trolls. The second,
even more
so than already trolls. Yeah, you will get.
I already have enough to deal with. I don't want to bring more to me to be a target. Even though I don't give a damn, because I know none of them would ever step to me in real life.
Right, they're just they're trolls.
They're not like, they literally don't have the mental capacity to even listen to the content that video would have. You know what I mean?
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Well, also, I mean, if you want to dive deep into that, though, I mean, you also got to think of what's going on in their lives for them to act maliciously out towards other people, because there are other things out there. I'm like, so when I see a troll out there that's just doing what he's doing, I'm like, oh, what is going on in your life right now that you're trying to make me feel miserable?
That's true.
And or trying to crave attention.
Do you think you connect yourself with that though, because you kind of have like
a more controversial platform, or what?
I was thinking more like you kind of have like that chemical imbalance sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So you can kind of relate. You're like, hey, this is kind of like a form of attention. Like you're attention seeking, and you kind of think why.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
I just think that's what I think, because when I see trolls, and I kind of like you said, you want to you think why, like, why are you doing this?
Well, I mean, I have empathy for people, and I try to get, I have sympathy for people. I try to, and in most cases I do have empathy for people, but like when I see someone causing havoc somewhere, like you do gotta, like, as I got older in my life. When I was young, let's rewind. When I was younger, I'm one of those where literally, if you wrong me, I will hit you in the face, like the first time, right? Yeah. As I got older, that's when I started to realize, why am I hitting all these people?
You start thinking about your actions.
I'm thinking about my own actions to my reactions. So that's when I started to, think more critically. You know what I mean? Like that's one thing that college taught me well, is just to think, why is this happening? So that's when I started to kind of put two and two together. I'm like, okay, there's something else that's going on with this kid that I could probably destroy even further by digging deep into that part than to hit him in the face.
Exactly. So, yeah, I feel that.
I know Claire said this in some facet once before. It's better to like get you when you think you're like kind of soft or not really paying attention and destroy you than to straight up hit you right in front, like face value. She said something in that nature. The context was something there. It's a lot better to like to dive to see what really makes you tick and then like destroy you that way. That's what I do.
Exactly, because like when I was younger, you get in fights, but after the fight, what happens?
Yeah, nothing happens.
Things are,
my club still does the fighting thing, just to release anger. But that's
exactly
different.
That's all it is, a release.
Honestly, like when we have confrontations within ourselves internally within my club, like sometimes we have it on the table, like just something that we learned in the Marines. It's like, if you have, do you guys have beef? Do you guys want to throw just to release your anger? And that's the whole point. It's just to release the rage, so that way it doesn't fester inside your mind and become something 10 times worse. When they're done, we're like, did that help? And every single time when they're done, they're like, no, it didn't.
Right. Yeah, that's also. I wonder if like how you guys feel, because you guys both have a boy and a girl and stuff, because it is more typical for guys when they're frustrated, and the way that they attack each other is through physical contact. And I'm sure you've heard before that like women are meaner.
And no, you guys cut deep with what you guys. I don't know.
Because like using emotional warfare and attacks, I think is the
to speak on that, on what you just said. Like I went to dinner with some of my managers that used to work under me not my previous job, but the job before that. And the drama that I missed since I left them was just like, oh my God, And then the things that they're doing to retaliate to all that kind of stuff, I'm like, oh my god. And they're like, see, Shy, do you miss this? I'm like, hell no. Like, I used to like quell the fire all the time in my office, all like day in and day out, and I'm like, I don't miss this. You guys are ruthless.
They'll be relentless too. They never quit to get what they want.
No,
it's I think like I don't know if it's like a cruelty thing or if it's like a comprehension of human emotion interaction and how to really hurt people. You know what I mean? I think it's just, or it could just be a manifestation of it being socially unacceptable for girls to just like fight each other and hit each other. So you have to resort to other ways of expressing.
Which comedian said that? I'm trying to like, well, the things that you just said right now. A comedian made fun of it. I don't know. Was it Kevin Hart? Was it who was it? Talking about, oh my gosh, like,
well, don't they say that women mature faster?
Yeah.
So maybe you guys just realize that you're not solving anything faster, whereas we're like, I'll punch your face.
Well, I think you realize that you're like, okay, if I really want to hurt somebody, this is what I do. This is how I attack. Like, because it's a lot more impactful. It's a lot more long term.
Yeah, you guys bring up stuff from like 10 years ago that we thought we all forgot. They start bringing out the bones in your closet that you thought that they would never bring up because you said it was a secret. You know, like, or they forgave you. You know, they start. Oh my gosh!
Don't be pillow talking.
Women don't forgive you. They'll say, okay, yeah, we're good, and then they save it.
They forgive but never forget.
Yeah, they don't forget.
I think men are equally as complex. They just haven't been allowed the room to develop.
I think you're giving us too much credit. We're not complex. We're very simple-minded. I don't know if you forgot since the last time we said it.
Cars go vroom.
Cars go boom. Remember? Boom.
Yeah, race. That's it.
We can only focus on one, linear equation. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Then to going in 3 different directions.
Well,
damn.
We can save some of that male-female conflict and resolution for next week with CC.
I'm very, very curious about next week's stream. That's for sure, on where we're gonna go, especially because we're gonna add a new variable to this equation that we currently have here.
It'll be.
We're just gonna. Yeah, we're gonna even up the odds, I guess.
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut the entire time.
Me too.
Well, that's what we do when women attack us. We just
Why do you automatically assume there's going to be an attack?
Oh, I'm just saying, any conflict with any women, it's just
I can already fit. No, I'm saying. That's funny. No, I mean, I feel like we touched on the deep topic pretty good. Mm-hmm. We should lighten it up a little bit before we close it up. We wanted to bring in just basically, I mean, it's kind of a light topic. Because, everyone be prepared for next week because it's going to get crazy. But to finish this, it's basically just like Lego storage, okay? Because last time we talked about addiction. And, part of controlling the addiction would be, we buy uncontrollably. So we display. And it all piles up. So, like, storing it and deciding on what to display and stuff like that. Like, how do you do it, Shy? Because I know I do, like, whatever fits in the city. I got the city, and that's kind of...
That's where I'm at mostly right now. Like, if it doesn't fit in the city, like, I don't get it for the most part. Like, unless it's, like, true... aside, the military stuff aside, I break those down and put it in the boxes if I run out of space. But when I look at stuff, it's just like, how do I incorporate that in my city that's currently behind me? If I can't... it's something that if it's stuff that I truly want, but I know it just won't, and it doesn't have a display value, it's a set that I'll build, leave it up for a little bit, and give it to Ezra. He'll play with it, break it, build something different, and then after a while, it becomes one of those sets that just you don't recognize it anymore. Mm-hmm. And then it goes into the parts bin where it eventually gets disassembled and sorted whenever I get to sorting.
Right, that's the part sorting. So do you keep it as like one set? Do you put it all into one bag, like this is that set, or do you have all your
Oh
spare
no,
parts.
they get. I have like I have 3 bins to the right of me with pieces of different sets
just
that
throw
I
down.
need to like
Are there
eventually
any,
get into it.
are there any sets that you know are in there? Like,
Yeah, I got a lot of hidden side sets in there. I got the base for the bonsai tree because I turned the bonsai tree into a proper cherry blossom tree, not the froggies.
Mhm.
Little, you know, I turned into a proper cherry blossom tree.
There, then?
Yeah, the tree is currently in the city. And the platform for that little brown base is, I can see it right there. I'm looking right at it. I have the TIE dagger, the Sith TIE fighter or whatever it's called. It's in there too. And a bunch of other things. And all the 501st pieces from their mechs and things that are all in there as well.
A little extra. Okay. See, that's taking up. I have a little bin right here too, full of all the broken down sets.
And that explains why you have your minifigure or yourself
Oh yeah,
with
that's
all
right
those
here
things
too.
behind you because you're currently sorting right now.
Sorting it out. See, because I still buy extra stuff, but I just break it down, and just like any Lego fan would, you use those extra parts to build other stuff.
I would like to think so.
Hopefully, right?
I mean, like right now, I was just at Target getting diapers because I needed diapers. I went to the Lego aisle like we all do, and I looked at a lot of things. I'm like, I could put that in my city. I could make a video out of that. And I've been doing really good with not buying anything because I didn't buy anything today.
Wow, that's really good. When was the last time you went to Target and you didn't buy any Lego?
2 days ago.
That's really good.
I like the haul video, not to kind of promote myself again, but like
I
the
thought
haul video I last posted, it was very minimal.
it was very minimal for sure.
that's
And a
right,
lot of
yeah.
that was from the beginning of the month. And then after that, it's just sets that I've already ordered in the past that finally got to me. Then I just, I probably made like actually one purchase this entire month outside from the blacksmith shop, and the other small Lego city accessory just so I can get that coin. But very, very minimal
Okay,
It was
I can
very
dig that.
minimal for you.
So
for me.
So what about you, Claire? Because we have our cities. I know you're starting a city also.
I should gave up on that.
I didn't
Oh,
give up.
what?
I have it on a shelf, and I'm going to try to figure out how to do it in a more condensed version. I think because I have the fact that I'm thinking about moving on the horizon, that it's really hard for me to make decisions here on like a smaller scale because I have very lofty dreams, and I don't know how I'm going to get those across. But I have started to actually pack away a bunch of my sets that kind of weren't. I didn't like the way that they were looking on display, so I just like packed them up. But they are all divided in terms of sets. I haven't actually broken. That's not true. I have broken down some sets. Like I had 2 of the Harry Potter Quidditch sets, like from the more recent wave, and I used a bunch of the parts to basically make one kind of bigger one, and then whatever was left over, that went in. But other than that, there's like maybe just a bunch of poly bags that I've parted out. But most of it are like pick-a-big cups, like some older Lego from when I was way younger. I'm not particularly sure what sets those are. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of a purist like that. I like my sets like together. I know that there's gonna come a point where that goes away. You know what I mean? That shifts. I think when you get to a certain quantity of Lego, I think the maybe like I don't know. I don't know if that happens to you. Like it's like you have so much Lego that maybe it's like not as special, so you're okay like breaking it down. I don't know. Is that
There's a certain point where you're okay with
Just
breaking
not.
down your Lego. I think it's it happens a lot for a lot of Lego fans. That happens later than sooner. To be okay with breaking a set and be completely fine with the no resale value of it anymore. The having on display, like it takes a while. Like who here can look at Ninjago City that's like literally to my left and be okay with breaking that down and be totally fine with it? That's a very hard thing for most people, to include myself.
Right, that's true. But I do know there's some people
there
out
you go.
there.
I know I would add to it and make my own version of Ninjago City before I would break it down. And then maybe I would break it down after I got bored of that. I think I have projects and waves of creativity and fun and displayability that I think I would get to. It's kind of like, when you start eating food at a young age, you kind of start with like kind of simple basics, like pure carrot, pure whatever, and like your palate isn't developed for like spices and deeper flavors like mustards and mushrooms and kind of things with umami in it. And then as your palate develops and actually your taste buds die off a little bit, you're more attracted to different spices and chilies and things that bring a lot of depth and flavor to it, right? Like soy sauce.
There's a term for that in the Lego community. They're called mock builders.
Right. Right. And so my point is like, I think with Lego, there's the same thing, right? As time develops, you change, and your love for sets versus mocks versus breaking them down versus investment, you know, it kind of like you have this life cycle, and people have their different branches and maps and roads that they take or whatever. But I think you can probably find some patterns over and take some really interesting data over like 20 or 30 years of a lifetime of a.
That's something that only you can do and pull off.
Do it.
I think that'd be really cool. If once COVID is over, I really want to start interviewing people, particularly Lego, people that love Lego that are not on the online community. I'd really like to kind of talk to them a lot. And then maybe
you can do that now. You don't have to wait till COVID's over.
I know you can do it with Zoom and stuff, but like a lot of my like fantasies of doing this is like going to like my friends' childhood home with them and like finding their Lego collection as kids.
Stay 6 feet and wear a nice mask.
Like Lego Room Raiders.
We're just so close to the end too, you know, and it's like
That's all I was gonna say.
And there's like an intimacy with Lego, like touching the pieces and stuff that you would lose, and like seeing someone's expression. Like, how do you interview somebody if like half their face is covered? So rather than doing like a half-assed job, you know, that's like definitely something that's on the docket.
She wants to break it down.
Literally.
Claire's first feature film.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the content that I like want to do, and that to me is not like crap Lan wants to see, you know. So
hey, they might. You never know.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's something different that Lan has not witnessed yet.
Maybe they'll start making.
Out of the three of us here, you provide something totally unique that is acceptable with their brand values.
Right.
You
Maybe
two
they'll start making containers and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
I think I'm the least wanted.
You know what? Maybe they have been watching my content, and that's why they made video.
Oh,
dang!
Damn.
They're like, we need a crappy theme to go with this. No,
what? We need a crap.
Damn.
Actually, you know, I seen some video at Target actually the other day.
It's already.
Did you? I haven't. Yeah. I've been looking. I haven't seen any.
I can't lie. I passed. I was like, nah.
For real?
What? I thought you were gonna get it.
I was, but man.
Oh, did my video? Oh, self promotion. Did my video change your mind?
It changed my mind. I was like, this is nah. Honestly, I think it was just the price. I had it, and I was just looking at it like, man, is this worth $20? Like, because it was one of the boxes.
Oh, hell no.
And yeah.
I don't know about that. I'm used to spending $20 on a minifigure, I guess.
Yeah, right? It's nothing. But I was just looking at the value. Like, I don't know. What is this really? I feel like Shy said, the app is just garbage. Right now, you know, we're already trying to balance screen time with the kids, and it's just too tough. But I feel like if they would have made like the box, like they could have made it like electronic somehow, to where it plays music for each tile instead of making an app. Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't, I don't know. I put it down. I was like, I'll wait.
I definitely want to see some reviews before I get it. I think the minifigures are super cool. I'm really curious how long it's going to last, but like right now I'm so focused on getting friend sets, like even some retired friend sets. Oh my God.
Taking that space.
Yeah.
I have an idea for a good friends video. I might get canceled by all the women in the community, though.
Dun, dun, dun. There's always got to be some kind of cancellation in the episode.
Top 10 sexiest friends.
No. I'm not BFAB. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to bring him up again.
He got one. That's it.
No. It was simply just, you know, how a boy would play with Lego.
why do you think it would be any different? I don't know, like from a child psychologist perspective and stuff like that, or like from what kind
No,
of?
just how I'm thinking about how I would play with friend sets. Because I'm relating it to how I played with Paradisa back
I
in the
mean,
day.
How
I
did you
played
play
with the
Oh.
I played with
Because
the
my
car
friend,
wash.
I think I mentioned it. Like my friend had Paradisa, and she, that's what she had. She was a girl, and I had Castle and Pirates, and I would pretty much massacre them all.
It's war.
Yeah,
See,
I'm like, die! Oh, you're dead. You have no guns.
see,
Oh man, yeah.
I
They were
can't lie. I have the flames car
Nowadays,
wash.
that's not really appropriate. Not at all.
Hey, there's there's a market for that.
Yeah, what if you saw Ezra doing that, like with a bunch of friend sets right now?
I mean, he already does it, but now with friends, he does it with he mimics what he sees on Jurassic World.
Oh yeah.
So I've like seen like I'm not a parent, so I've seen parents like kind of like tell their kids like when they act like that, or they kind of have that kind of play like no violence, blah 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 blah. What are your guys' thoughts on that? I'm just curious.
I mean, I don't let him watch war movies with me, so I kind of shield him right now with violent stuff. The closest thing to violence that he sees is just Jurassic World. So he's watching dinosaurs eat people. That's the most he sees. So he mimics what I can see it. He mimics the scenes out of that movie, like the last one where all the dinosaurs fall off into the ocean. Like he does that on the dining room table. So
Yeah, kids are impressionable.
I already know if I were to give him war movies, he would, do that. And I'm holding it off for right now. I don't want to give it to him in a very young age because he doesn't understand what that is. I mean, he barely understands what blood is because when he's watching me play Assassin's Creed, he's like, "What is that red stuff?"
Right.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, that's the stuff inside of you. It's called blood. Go play with sister.
At least you tell him you're not like it's tomato sauce.
Oh
Like,
no, I'm not gonna lie to him like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I am kind of lying to him right now with Inigo, when he asks where he is.
See, that's a tough one.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna get into that part right now.
Yeah.
Later.
We'll do that later.
I mean, I had a solution for it too, but I mean, it's tough because it's like you don't.
That would be a good topic for another day.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. It's deep and you gotta go through it.
I mean, Easter's coming up, so we can definitely talk about the Easter Bunny. We'll save it for around that time.
Cute new carrot promo thing that's coming out.
I might buy something. Okay, so there are a few things I want to buy.
Should we talk about that?
Sure.
Okay.
As a closure.
Yeah.
You cool with that, Ninja?
Yeah.
So
this is
what I want to
about
buy. So I don't know if I'm gonna do it when we all meet,
That's it.
or if I'm gonna do it on the 1st on March. I don't know. I'm curious because I want to have points to get the coin. That's literally what I want. Is I want the other coin.
That's right.
Well,
I've been
the
checking
point-
VIP.
The points aren't gonna be.
I already wasted all my points.
Yeah, but they're to get double VIP points. Like, there's.
Do we know if that's happening?
I think it is, and I think it's starting like a partially
on the
March.
6th.
Yeah, and then also the Amelia Earhart isn't available March 1st either.
Oh yeah, I heard about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to get that carrot, the plain promo, and then for sure that double VIP points, double VIP, because I can get 2 coins for the amount that I get. So that's what I'm really aiming for. Like the one thing I really want right now, aside from the monkey mechs, which I don't see myself getting over what I want, is that Creator 3-in-1 pirate ship, because I want to get 2 of them.
Me too.
And make a big pirate ship and put real stuff on it, like I've seen other people do on Instagram. I want to do the same thing.
Same.
So
I'm with you on that one.
I think that's what I'm gonna do. It's only $100. I've been trying to see if it's cheaper anywhere else, but I feel like if it's a double VIP and I get all these other things with it, I can be perfectly content with what I get.
It's at Target. You could get it. So I don't know if like Target.
It's still regular price though at Target.
Yeah.
I
Same
just
thing at
wanna
Walmart.
say, when we do meet up like that, don't look down on me because I might buy a friend set.
Oh, I'll probably.
I was literally about to buy a French set today.
Right. Okay.
Why would I look down you?
No
I've
shade.
literally just bought like 20 friend sets.
I really,
Right, okay, I'm
I
gonna
think
say
I'm gonna
space.
jump on board with that cinema.
That's what I'm gonna get. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted.
Yeah, that cinema. I think it looks really cool. I
have some.
think
Did you see the
it's
new
going
mall
to work well with my strip club.
Did you see the new mall like that's gonna come out? It's
I
so
don't know. You look at leaks now? I thought you said you don't.
no, it's on the website. I looked today.
It's official.
It's on Brikx's website, actually.
Wait, wait
it?
a minute. Are we getting controversial at the end? Because wouldn't that technically be a leak, or is it an official
the
leak?
Brikx posted it.
If Brikx, I don't think is a leak.
Yeah,
right?
no, they're not a leak.
Yeah.
So they do they just wait for the official time, or like?
I think they have a different level of access than a lot of. I think they're tier 1 or the higher tier in the land. I do know that they do get specific information that the other people in the land don't get.
So they're probably like you said, probably like allowed. They probably got
Yeah,
special.
yeah. So they're the ones that provide all the set numbers and all that kind of stuff. So if they post it, then it's free game.
Okay, I see you, Brikx.
There's a mall. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. I mean, I think we had known about it. Like there was a leak that came out or something that like we saw the set list or something, but it looks really cool.
Yeah. So
Hell yeah.
in March, that's what I'm trying to be getting. Is 2 of those pirate chips, if not 1. I'll probably just get 1, make it kind of look cool, and then get over it, and then get another one, and then at a cheaper price point, and then do that because I still want the Monkey Kid mech and the HQ.
Like the one behind me.
Yeah, the mech. I think that's
guy.
the best mech Lego's ever made. And that and the HQ, but I might get the HQ before that mech. I just think the HQ is dope.
It's so cool.
Yeah, well, there it is. I mean, I don't know if you guys have anything else to add onto this. I feel like we covered everything.
Yeah, I was trying not to get entirely emotionalized. I was actually pretty good today. It didn't really hurt. I mean, the past couple live streams have been very sharp to the side. So now it was kind of
That's good.
Okay.
maybe next week.
Time work.
Depending on how we go, it could be pretty deep.
We'll see. Hopefully,
I think
we'll be.
Should we hydrate before or
Oh, come on.
during? Hydrate during.
What are we looking at here? Do we have an idea of topics that you want to share now to give a little highlight to people who made it this far, all the way to the end, an hour and some change?
I do want to talk about more specific topics with CC and stuff before we get super into it, but it will be it will be related to our experiences as female creators in the Lego community. That's absolutely going to be part of it. I think, even though I've only been here for a few months, I definitely have some interesting stories and thoughts.
You're here, so.
Yeah. I'm here. I'm here to stay. I'm not going anywhere.
Solid.
So,
Definitely. Everyone, remember, it's going to be on Claire's channel next week. Keep with the rotation. Other than that, I think that's about it.
Cool.
Everybody, thank you for watching. Go ahead and leave a comment down there for what you think. Any thoughts you had during the episode? I love reading those comments. I can't lie.
Yeah, for real.
I check them out. The support is real. But yeah.
All right, man. Cue that music, dog.
All right, we're out of here. Be easy.